Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the motion, following the light that sets me Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the motion, following the light that sets me Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the motion, following the light that sets me Yeah.
Okey, selamat petang. Selamat petang para penyelaras program iaitu pegawai-pegawai JPN Selangor, guru-guru yang dihormati dan para pelajar yang dikasihi. Saya Puan Lelita S. Balakrishnan selaku Pegawai Teknikal IChO Peringkat Negeri Selangor 2022 ingin merakamkan ribuan terima kasih kepada pihak penganjur yang memberikan peluang keemasan ini untuk berkongsi serba sedikit maklumat mengenai bengkel dan ujian saringan IChO Peringkat Negeri Selangor 2022. Maka tanpa melengahkan masa, saya akan meneruskan taklimat saya pada petang ini. IChO Peringkat Negeri Selangor terdiri daripada dua bahagian iaitu bahagian pertama Bengkel Persediaan Ujian Saringan yang dijalankan pada hari ini seperti yang anda maklum semua. Dan bahagian kedua ialah ujian saringan yang akan dijalankan pada 30 Mac 2022 bersamaan hari Rabu iaitu pada waktu yang sama 3 petang iaitu pada minggu hadapan. Maka bagi ujian saringan IChO yang bakal dijalankan pada 30 Mac 2022 iaitu minggu hadapan hari Rabu pada waktu yang sama, pelajar akan menduduki satu set soalan bermirip soalan-soalan OLYMPIAD di mana pelajar harus menjawab 30 soalan MCQ dalam jangka masa 60 minit. Di mana anggaran lebih kurang 2 minit diberikan bagi setiap soalan. Dan soalan-soalan MCQ ini terdiri daripada 4 pilihan jawapan A, B, C, D. Di mana pelajar wajib menjawab kesemua 30 soalan dalam ujian ini. Memandangkan kesemua 30 soalan dalam ujian memandangkan hanya 2 minit dianggarkan bagi setiap soalan, maka pelajar haruslah menjawab soalan dengan cepat dan tepat. Semua pelajar yang menduduki ujian saringan ini akan menerima sijil penyertaan atau sijil penglibatan bagi peringkat negeri Selangor. Dan lebih-lebih lagi, 5 pelajar terbaik akan dipilih untuk mewakili negeri Selangor ke peringkat kebangsaan. Pihak pengurus akan menganalisis keputusan dan akan memilih 5 pelajar terbaik ini mengikut skor tertinggi dan akan meneruskan pelajar-pelajar ini pula akan meneruskan perjuangan mereka ke peringkat seterusnya. Maka, sebagai satu pendedahan awal di penghujung bengkel ini, satu drilling session akan dijalankan oleh beberapa guru selaku pegawai teknikal dan diikuti oleh kuis ringkas yang merangkumi 5 soalan MCQ dengan 4 pilihan jawapan dalam masa 10 minit. Maka pelajar-pelajar sila dengar ya, pada penghujung bengkel ujian saringan ini anda akan menerima satu drilling session daripada pegawai-pegawai kami, daripada guru-guru yang pakar, dan kemudian anda akan diberikan peluang untuk menduduki satu kuis ringkas yang merangkumi 5 soalan MCQ. 5 soalan MCQ dalam masa 10 minit. Dan format kuis dan jenis soalan yang akan anda duduk pada hujung bengkel ujian saringan ini adalah bermirip kepada ujian saringan yang bakal diduduki oleh pelajar pada 30 hari bulan Mac 2022. Okay. Dan apakah keistimewaan ya? Apakah keistimewaan semasa anda menduduki bengkel ujian semasa bengkel ini ialah anda akan menerima sijil-sijil pelajar-pelajar yang berjaya menjawab bengkel ini untuk 5 soalan MCQ ini akan dapat menerima sijil daripada peringkat negeri Selangor apabila anda mendapat skor yang minimum. So saya berharap guru-guru, saya harap pelajar-pelajar akan menjawab 5 soalan ini dengan bersungguh-sungguh dan dapat berjaya mendapat skor minimum yang ditetapkan oleh pihak pengurus dan akan layak menerima sijil penyertaan Bengkel IChO 2022 ini. Dengan ini, para pelajar disarankan jangan sia-siakan peluang keemasan ini dan cubalah bersungguh-sungguh untuk menjawab semua 5 soalan ini dengan penuh bersemangat. Okey, seterusnya, cikgu juga ingin tambah serba sedikit tentang skop sukatan soalan-soalan IChO yang bakal diduduki oleh para pelajar. Sebagaimana yang semua sudah maklum, chemistry dibahagikan kepada 3 komponen utama iaitu physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry dan organic chemistry. Maka soalan-soalan IChO adalah daripada ketiga-tiga komponen ini dari segi teori, konsep dan juga praktikal iaitu amali. Ini kerana pelajar-pelajar tingkatan 6 sudah arif dalam pengendalian amali kimia memandangkan sukatan MPM kita yang menjalankan 13 amali wajib dan 1 projek sepanjang semester 1, 2 dan 3. Tetapi bagi IChO Peringkat Negeri Selangor, skop soalan dihadkan kepada physical chemistry dan the basics of organic. So, apakah topik-topik dari physical chemistry? Iaitu 6 topik pertama, 6 topik daripada semester 1. Okay, 6 topik daripada semester 1 dan 2 lagi topik tambahan daripada semester 2. So altogether 8 topik bagi physical chemistry. Okay. Manakala bagi bahagian organic chemistry pula, pelajar akan diuji mengenai basic organics. The basic organics yang akan meliputi skop daripada sukatan SPM, iaitu the 5 main families of the hydrocarbon, alcohol, carboxylic dan ester. Dan basic organic ini juga meliputi basic reactions and a little bit of advanced organic theories like hybridization and the advanced reactions. Okay, so scope for Olympiad JPN Selangor is only going to be regarding to physical chemistry and organic chemistry. We will not include inorganic chemistry, will not be included. Okay, so you have to take your time to train yourself and these are the topics that you students, as a student, that you all have already familiarized from your semester 1. So since that physical chemistry carries a larger portion because 80% of the questions will be regarded to physical chemistry. 80% will be regarded to physical chemistry. So 20% will be on organic chemistry. So just that I would like to remind students, since we have a lot of physical chemistry questions, okay, a lot of physical chemistry questions. Physical chemistry, basically they are divided to quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative and qualitative. So under quantitative, definitely it is going to be in the measurement of all the calculation. Okay, all the calculation questions are referred in your physical chemistry questions. So students will require calculator, will be definitely you require a scientific calculator during your exam. And periodic table is not necessary because all the constants and the AR values, all the important required values will be given below each questions. Okay, so here students, you all need to acquire the basic and a little bit of the advanced level of theories and concepts of each chapters. Okay, you need to know some theories and the concepts of the basic that you have learned from your semester 1, and also some extra advanced level, a little bit more deeper on each chapters. Okay, so I hope your teachers and students by yourself, you can also guide you to learn a little extra deeper about the advanced level of each chapters, so that you will have the acquired knowledge to complete the exam successfully. Okay, so what I mean by the advanced levels, like most of the calculation question here in physical chemistry, we require formulas. Okay, we require formulas such as all these formulas that you already know. And then like the advanced formulas, for an example, like under reaction kinetics, like the integrated rate law. And then for second topic, electronic structure, you require the Rydberg equation. These are the some formulas that actually you may be aware of it. Your teachers are definitely aware of it. But current STPM syllabus, we are not very familiarized with all these formulas because we are hardly on exposure to that. So students will require, I mean, you can read up more about it too, so that you can answer the Olympiad questions. Okay, and then this physical chemistry, these questions are also, they are units, the measurement unit, the symbols and the constants also will be slightly variable than your STPM level. Like for an example, volume will be measured in liter or milliliter. Pressure will be measured in atmospheric pressure. The units given in the question will be in Newton per meter square, Thor. Okay, and some extra units, extra measurement that you should know, moment dipole and so on. These are some measurements that we don't really come across. We seldom, not say no, seldom we come across during our STPM level of questions. And also the constants, common constant that we always use as ideal gas is 8.31, and then okay, we can also use 0.0821. So there are differences. Actually, the theory and the concept are the same, but just that they vary the question with different unit and also different units. Okay, the measurement of the units can be different. Okay, and other than that, you also have to know more about the construction of equation. Okay, in physical chemistry, how do you construct equation and answers under qualitative? Yeah, under qualitative, you must know the construction of equation. Use the theory, how to interpret the relationship and the data given to find answers without calculation. So all these skills you must have. And for that, definitely you acquire the basic and the little advanced level of the theory and the concepts of all these chapters, if when you are trying to attempt these Olympiad questions. Okay, so that is on the scope Sukatan. Okay, these are the physical chemistry, which is the larger portion, and the organic chemistry, which is a smaller portion. So the questions, yeah. Okay, so the next thing is today is going to be our bengkel. Today will be our bengkel, then will be followed by your pendaftaran for the ujian saringan, and next week is going to be our ujian saringan. So in this case, all those acquired forms that we are going to fill up, all those acquired forms, the exam that students you all are going to take place, semua bagi untuk semua perjalanan proses kerja bagi IChO Peringkat Negeri Selangor, pelajar-pelajar harus dan wajib menggunakan email moi.edu.my. Okay, email lain tidak akan diterima. Okay, dan itu saja dari saya, dan sekian, terima kasih.
Okey, Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Okey, maaf ya saya ada masalah sedikit dalam talian. Terima kasih kepada Puan Alita dan barisan teknikal saya iaitu seramai 5 orang untuk IChO. Sebenarnya pada tahun ini julung-julung kali kita adakan bengkel dan ujian saringan peringkat negeri. Okay, biasanya kita akan hantar pencalonan kepada semua sekolah, tapi pada tahun ini kita open kepada semua sekolah, okay, untuk memberi peluang kepada murid-murid menyertai IChO, International Chemistry Olympiad. Okay, sebenarnya bersama kita juga pada hari ini adalah Encik Ahmad Faiz. Okay, bersama-sama saya untuk yang menguruskan semua program yang berkaitan dengan STEM. Okay, untuk pada tahun ini kita adakan ujian pemilihan, okay, di mana pada saya untuk bengkel dan ujian saringan nanti dapat memberikan kredit kepada murid-murid bagi mendapat sijil penyertaan di peringkat negeri. Okay, saya mengharapkan kerjasama dari guru-guru pembimbing, daripada guru-guru pengiring untuk membantu pihak jabatan memilih yang terbaik. Okay, sebenarnya untuk makluman sekolah-sekolah, okay, bagi ujian saringan peringkat kebangsaan fasa 1 akan diadakan pada 30 April. Tetapi pihak jabatan dan pihak-pihak sekolah perlu menghantar 4 calon terbaik selewat-lewatnya pada 15 April. Untuk negeri Selangor, kita agak berbeza dengan negeri lain, okay, di mana surat untuk pendaftaran ke peringkat saringan 1 telah dipanjangkan ke sekolah. Tapi negeri Selangor, kita tak panjangkan lagi surat bagi pemilihan ke peringkat fasa 1 kebangsaan. Kita di Selangor, kita bermula dengan pemilihan di peringkat negeri. Okay, jadi di sini peluang yang diberikan saya harap diambil oleh semua sekolah kerana respon daripada mana-mana negeri, tidak semua sekolah terdedah ataupun mendapat maklumat penuh berkaitan dengan IChO. Saya mengucapkan terima kasih juga kepada barisan teknikal kita yang sudi membantu Jabatan Pendidikan Negeri Selangor. Yang pertama, membantu kami dalam membina 2 set soalan bagi ujian saringan. Okay, di mana pada saya untuk pembinaan modul dan ataupun soalan ni bukanlah satu kerja yang mudah. Tahniah dan terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada barisan teknikal. Okay, yang tadi adalah penyelaras teknikal iaitu Puan Lalita. Kita ada juga Puan Sumati, Cik Darina, Puan Syazra dan Encik Ho. Okay, semuanya adalah guru-guru yang berpengalaman dalam pengajaran kimia tingkatan 6. Okay, saya pun tidak bercakap lama. Okay, sebentar nanti cuma saya nak maklumkan untuk pendaftaran bagi ujian saringan peringkat negeri Selangor, kita akan buka pendaftaran bermula pada hari esok 24 Mac. Okay, surat kepada sekolah, insyaAllah jabatan akan panjangkan pada hari ini atau selewatnya pada esok pagi. Pendaftaran bagi ujian saringan, okay, boleh dibuat melalui pautan yang diberikan dalam surat. Okay, bagi ujian saringan, pautan soalan pelajar tersebut akan menerima melalui email yang didaftarkan. Bermaksud surat jabatan kita tidak akan mengeluarkan pautan soalan. Kita hanya mengeluarkan pautan pendaftaran sahaja. Saya tekankan sekali lagi, ketika membuat pendaftaran, pastikan maklumat pelajar lengkap, pastikan email pelajar betul. Kerana kesilapan pengisian maklumat akan menyebabkan murid tidak menerima pautan soalan. Okay, ada sebab kenapa kita tidak mengeluarkan pautan soalan, kerana kita tak nak berlaku kesesakan pada hari ujian saringan diadakan. Okay, kalau saya boleh sharekan sebentar pautan soalan. Sekolah-sekolah akan menerima maklumat seperti, sekejap Okey, saya rasa tak ada. Saya pun tak apa ni. Okey, tak mengapa. Okey, jadi di sini yang saya tekankan sekali lagi, pastikan pendaftaran dibuat bermula 24 Mac sehingga 28 Mac sebelum ataupun pada 28 Mac selewat-lewatnya 11:59 malam 28 Mac. Okey, sebelum 12 tengah malam lah kiranya. So jadi jangan lewat daripada tarikh 28 hari bulan kerana 29 hari bulan pihak teknikal akan membuat kita akan mula mengedarkan soalan-soalan, pautan soalan kepada murid melalui pautan email yang telah didaftarkan. Okey, saya rasa saya tidak bercakap panjang. Okey, selamat menyertai bengkel pada petang ini dan selamat juga menjawab soalan ujian saringan pada minggu hadapan pada 30 Mac 2022. Okey, selamat berjaya. Okey, semoga bakal calon sebenarnya nanti sekolah nanti akan menerima 4 calon yang terbaik. 4 calon terbaik ni nanti yang akan didaftarkan di peringkat kebangsaan. Semoga 4 calon yang telah tersenarai itu adalah calon yang terbaik untuk kita hantar ke peringkat kebangsaan. Saya rasa itu sahaja. Saya pulangkan kembali kepada moderator Puan Alita. Okey, terima kasih semua.
Okay, hi, selamat kembali pelajar-pelajar. So, sebagaimana cikgu telah pun sudah membincang tadi, iaitu proses pagi bengkel hari ini, kita akan bersambung dengan a short drilling session with all our pakar-pakar, guru-guru di sini, iaitu pegawai teknikal kami who are all the excellent teachers. So, we will be doing 5 questions. That will be similar to the Olympiad level of questions. Okay, so students, so please get prepared. Get your calculator, get your pen, get a paper. Maybe you can also try to work out together with us. Okay, it's a small revision session for you. It's just for us to give a small pendedahan so that next week when you sit for your ujian saringan, you will not be fearful, okay? You will have the more confidence when you sit for the ujian saringan. You get a short exposure with us today with the 5 questions that we are going to do drilling together with you. And then at the end of the session, please do not forget that you have to sit for a short quiz that comprises 5 MCQ questions. Okay, within 10 minutes. Don't worry, doesn't matter how well you can attempt them. As long you can attempt them wisely, you will be entitled for today's certificate, the BENGKEL IChO PERINGKAT NEGERI SELANGOR 2022. Okay, so don't waste this golden opportunity. Please, students, you're already here with us today in the BENGKEL. So don't waste your time, don't waste your opportunity. Please come together with us and continue watching us and enroll yourself in the short quiz and complete the quiz as much as you can. Do it with full effort and full motivation. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you are scoring 100 or not, it's okay. But you do it with your full effort. Okay, so I will be starting as I'm the main person here today, Puan Lalita. So I'll be starting with the first question today. So are you all ready? So please go get your stationeries, your calculator, your pen, your paper, books. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to project my students, are you all able to see my slide? Okay, so thank you. Okay, so let's start for today. Okay, let's look at the question. This is my first question. 1.00 gram of hydrogen gas is contained in a 1.00 liter vessel at 27 degrees Celsius. The vessel is connected to a 2.00 liter vessel containing 88.0 gram of carbon dioxide at the same temperature. Calculate the total pressure in ATM, atmospheric pressure, of gases in the vessel once they are completely mixed. So the constants which are given, okay, the values that are given, the R of carbon is given, hydrogen is already given, oxygen given, and the gas constant for this question is 0.0821. Okay, so this is what I was mentioning to you earlier. Okay, definitely this is a physical chem question, and I think you are definitely aware of this question, and maybe most of you are able to answer the question without my help also, actually. Okay, but just to short revision, this question is regarding our topic state of matter under gas, and this question is involving a formula in calculation. The formula that we'll be using is your ideal gas equation. PV equals to nRT. And the other thing that you have to know here is these two gases, the hydrogen gas and the carbon dioxide gas, both gases are not going to react at 27 degrees Celsius. So we are able to mix them and calculate the total pressure of these gases. So the informations that we will acquire here for this question, you are looking for the okay, this is the value that we are looking for. Okay, and then the V, we have the N, R, and T. Okay, these are the things. But here, because since it is two different gases, you can conduct this whole calculation in two ways. You calculate the pressure of each gases separately, or we can also calculate them in the form of a total pressure. Okay, we can get it as a total. Edit a little bit on my formula, that is going to be PT over the volume is going to be the total pressure, and then the N is going to be my total N with the R as my constant and the temperature. So in this case, the volume, the total volume that I'm going to use here, it's 1.00 liter. This is for your hydrogen gas, and then 2.00 liter for your carbon dioxide gas. So the total volume is going to be 3.00 liter. This is my total volume. Okay, and as I mentioned earlier, you can see here, the questions here, they use the measurement unit as liter. Okay, we don't use as meter cube or dm cube, like what you're always familiarized in STPM question. Okay, this is your total volume, and then we are going to look for the total mole. So I think you can calculate together with me. The total mole is going to be the mole of your hydrogen gas followed by the mole of your carbon dioxide gas. So I think this is quite simple that you know how to do. The mole of hydrogen gas is going to be the mass of hydrogen gas divided by the MR of your hydrogen gas, which is 1.0 plus 1.0 will be 2.0. And then you have your carbon dioxide here, which is going to be 88.0 divided by 12.0 plus 16 and 16, which is going to give you 44.0. Okay, so this is your total mole. Okay, so once you get your total mole here, okay, so it's 1/2 plus you will have 88 divide 44. Okay, the total mole is going to be 2.5 mole. Okay, so now you're going to calculate your total pressure, which is going to be, you just insert all this inside here. Your mole is going to be 2.5, and then your R is going to be 0.0821. Okay, your temperature is going to be 27 plus 273 and divided by your total volume, which is 3.00. Okay, so if you take a calculator and then you multiply, okay, the answer is going to be 20.525. I hope you are calculating together with me. Okay, this is the answer that will appear in your calculator. So in this case, we have already answered the question. The option of the answer is going to be C. Okay, so it's a very simple question, that acquires a basic knowledge of your semester 1 knowledge, and the formula is the same. Everything is the same. It's just that maybe the measurement units are slightly different, so do not get panicked. You just apply them and then you can get it. So this is a shorter method to do it. As I said, you can calculate the total pressure in one go, or you can also calculate them in another way, that you are going to calculate the pressure of the hydrogen gas separately, the pressure of the carbon dioxide gas separately, and then you add up at the end of the day, you get the total pressure. But that will take more time. So in this case, as I said earlier, each question you are only allocated about 2 minutes, roughly plus minus 2 minutes. So you must be very alert, focused, and try to solve questions as fast as possible. Don't try to go for the lengthier working. Try to do it as best as you can to get the best answer in a shorter method. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you. Okay, so I think we will continue now with Miss Darina, okay, for our second question. Yes, hi Miss Darina.
Hi, okay, good afternoon everyone. Okay, so everyone can see my questions here. Okay, so this is the questions. Okay, we have, okay, question number 2. So this is the chapter 5, okay, reaction kinetic questions. Okay, so when you look at the questions, we have the rate data for the following reaction. Okay, it is given the equation for this reaction. So you have to determine the order of the reaction, okay? So what kind of method you can use to determine the order for the reaction, okay? So you have learned all these things before when you was in SEM 1, okay? So how we can do this? Okay, wait. Okay, so you have learned the initial rate method before. We do the comparison between two experiments. Okay, so you have to find the two similar, the constant value. Okay, so before you do this one, you have to write the rate equation. Okay, rate equation for this reaction will be okay. And then you have, maybe you can put M as the power, okay. Then multiply with the concentration of the nucleophile to the power of N. Okay, so this one will be your rate equation. Okay, so by using the initial rate method, okay, so you have to compare the values of two experiments. Okay, so at first I want to compare the experiment 2 and experiment 1. Okay, so now by using this rate equation, so you have to sub in the value of rate for each of the experiment here. So now let's do okay, experiment 2 and experiment 1. So I divide experiment 2 with experiment 1. So you just follow this one. Okay, so the rate for experiment 2 will be 2.6 times 10 to the power of negative 2 divided by 1.3 times 10 to the power of negative 2 equals to K. Okay, so the concentration of the R3CX for experiment 2 will be 0.20 to the power of M. Okay, and then for the nucleophile, the value will be 0.0010. Okay, then you do the same thing for experiment number 1. Okay, so this one will be 0.1 to the power of m, then 0.0010. Okay, so now since when you divide these two, it will be equals to 1. Okay, and then k also you can cancel. Okay, so now you can find the value of m. So 0.2 divided by 0.1 will be 2m equals to this one, 2.6 times 10 to the power negative 2, you have to divide with 1.3 times 10 to the power negative 2, it will be equals to 2. So the value of m will be equals to 1. Okay, so now you need to find the value of this one, the value of n, in order to get the overall order of reaction. So now to find n, I'm comparing experiment 3 and experiment 3 and 1. Okay, so now let's do the same thing. So 1.3 times 10 to the power of negative 2 divided by 1.3 times 10 to the power of negative 2, and then you write k again, and then for experiment 3 it will be 0.1 m. This one will be 0.1 m. Okay, then here on top here will be 0.002 the power of n. Then okay, so this one you can cancel. Okay, so this one divided by this one will be equals to 1. Okay, and then yeah, same goes to this one. Okay, so now 2 to the power of n. So n will be equals to 0. Okay, so now you have to plus m and n together. So m plus n will be equals to 1. So you have learned all these things before in chapter 5. So the answer for this one will be first order. The answer is B. Very easy. Okay, don't be scared of International Chemistry Olympiad. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Dr. Sumati. I'm going to continue with question number 3 today, yeah? Related to rate of reactions also. Okay, so let's see the question first. Question 3. What is the rate of consumption of oxygen compared to the rate of carbon dioxide in the following reactions? So when you read the question, and you have to find out for the keyword. So the keyword here is rate of consumption of oxygen compared to the rate of carbon dioxide. So when you see the word compare, the first thing must comes into your mind is differential rate equation. Okay, differential rate equation. So how do we write the differential rate equation? By referring to the equations given. And here you have to compare oxygen and carbon dioxides. Okay, so let's say the oxygen and the carbon dioxide here. So this is reactant and this is product. So how do we write the differential rate equations? For reactor, we always will start with positive 1/5 follows the coefficients given here. Okay. Concentrations of oxygen 2 over dt equals to, compare with the carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide's its product. So we will put negative 1/3 changes in the concentration of carbon dioxides over time, changes in time. So now, what is the rate of consumptions of oxygen? So we leave behind the rate of oxygen consumption means it's positive. So D oxygen 2, concentration of oxygen 2 over dt equals to, so you bring over this 5 over here, will be negative 5/3 d carbon dioxides over dt. Okay, so this is your answer. The rate of consumptions of oxygen is equals to 5/3 the rate of productions of carbon dioxide. Okay, so this answer will be number 2. Okay or not? So that is question number 3. So that's all from me. We will followed by question number 4.
Okay, hi. My name is Teacher Shazra. Okay, my questions. Okay, look at my questions. Okay, a buffer solution is a solution that maintains its pH value when a little acid or base is added. Which of the following mixture does not function as a buffer solution? Okay, first we look at the definition of buffer solution. Okay, apa dia maksud buffer solution? Okay, buffer solution is can be prepared from a weak acid or weak base and its conjugate base or conjugate acid that supplies from a salt of weak acid or weak base. So, daripada jawapan yang diberi, okay, kita ada pilihan A, B, C and D. So, we have look the option. Okay, A, we have strong acid and weak base. Okay, HCl and ammonia. Okay, B, we have weak acid and salt. Okay, so B can form buffer solution. Okay, according to the definition of buffer solution. Okay, and C also weak acid with the conjugate base. Okay, so C also can function as buffer solution. Okay, and D we have a weak acid and strong base. Okay, for A and D, we look at the solution. Okay, so this is for A. Option A, we have HCl and ammonia. Okay, we look at here, we have ratio for HCl and ammonia. Okay, 1:3. So, here ammonia is react as the limiting reactant. Okay, HCl. HCl react as limiting reactant. So 1 mole of HCl react with 1 mole of ammonia will produce 1 mole of ammonium chloride. Okay, so bila kita dah gunakan 1 mole and 1 mole, so the balance for ammonia we have 2 mole of ammonia, okay, the balance, and also we have 1 mole of ammonium chloride. So from the balance number of mole, we have ammonia weak base and ammonium chloride, which is the conjugate acid. So combination of weak base and conjugate acid can form buffer solution. So for A, it can form buffer solution. For option D, we have weak acid, there is ethanoic acid and strong base. Okay, here is the ratio 1:2. So ethanoic acid will be the limiting reactant. Okay, this one because it has only 1 mole. Okay, so 1 mole of ethanoic acid will react with 1 mole of strong potassium hydroxide and produce CH3COOK, the salt of acid. Okay, the balance we have 1 mole of potassium hydroxide. Okay, from 2 mole, satu dah digunakan react dengan ethanoic acid. So balance we have 1 mole KOH and 1 mole of the product salt. Okay, this one is not the buffer solution because KOH is a strong acid, strong base. Okay, untuk buffer solution we must use weak base, not strong base. So buffer solution must be ethanoic acid and the salt of the conjugate base. Okay, but ethanoic acid is using react with the KOH. So the answer for this question is D, donkey. Okay, CH3COH and KOH cannot form the buffer solution. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, teachers and students. I'm Puan Kogayung from SNK Tinggi Kelang. Okay, just now the 4 questions presented, they are from the SEM 1 syllabus. So the question number 5, the 5th question I'm going to present now is from the semester 2 syllabus. Okay, so this is regarding the chemical energetics questions. So from the question you look at, you are given 1 equation. Okay, from the reactions, say that this reaction requires heat, and this reaction is the process of producing water gas. So the water gas is actually the fuel gas containing hydrogen and carbon monoxide gas. Okay, so the heat for this reaction comes from the burning of carbon to carbon dioxide and in air. So what is the amount of carbon needed to produce enough heat for the water gas conversion of 100 grams of carbon? So when you read this question, be careful a bit. So there are 2 types of carbon here. First is the carbon which is highlighted with the blue colors. This is the carbon in the reaction, which is we are using 100 grams of carbon. We need to find out what is the heat that required to let the 100 grams of carbon undergoes this reaction to form the water gas. So where to get this heat is come from the highlighted carbon, which is in red. Okay, so this red carbon will undergo combustions. So it will release heat, then the heat will absorb by this reaction to form this water gas. So you are given this standard enthalpy change of formations, CO2, COs, CO2, H2O. So these are the 4 answers that given. So first of all, we need to know how much of heat is required for this 100 gram of carbon to what's required. So actually, okay. So basically, because you are given from the data you are given, standard enthalpy chain of formation and so on of all these compound. So we can use this formula to find out what is the heat required to let 1 mole of carbon undergoes this reaction to form water gas. So this is a sum of the enthalpy change of formation of the product minus sum of the enthalpy chain of formation of the reactants. So these 2, hydrogen gas and carbon monoxide, they are the product. So we know that standard enthalpy chain of formation of H2 is 0. Then the CO2 is the one that given, negative 110.53. Then standard enthalpy chain of formation of the reactant of the carbon also 0. Then from the HO2 is given here. So you follow the formula, insert into the formula. So you will get this is the heat that required to convert 1 mole of carbon. Okay. Then from the experiment, so it's require 100 grams, 100 grams of the carbon. So we look at 100 grams is how many mole? Is 8.333 mole. Therefore, the real heat that require is 1093.95 kilojoule. Okay, required. Get from where? Get from the combustions of the carbon. Okay, this is a combustion of the carbon as well as the formation of CO2. You are given formation of CO2 is also combustions of carbon. So from here, definitions, enthalpy chain of combustion of carbons. Okay, you are given. So means that it will release 393.51 kilojoule per mole. So here, the mole, the heat energy requires, okay, is divided by the heat release required to convert 1 mole. So is equal to 2.779 mole. Okay, this one is 393 is here. Combustion of 1 carbon. What you want is required for the highlighted blue carbon. So convert it to mass, you times it with 12.0. Therefore, the answer is 33.4 grams. Okay, so the answer is C. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Puan Ko. Okay, welcome back, students. I hope that you have really utilized all these 5 drilling questions. It has been a fruitful session for all of us. So this is the rough example on our Olympiad question. So for Peringkat Negeri Selangor, IChO Peringkat Negeri Selangor, these are the similar questions that will be questioned to you, will be appearing in your Ujian Saringan IChO 2022. Okay, so as I said earlier, at the end of today's BENGKEL, the most golden program, okay, golden activity will be a short quiz of comprising 5 MCQ questions, okay, will be given to you. So take your 10 minutes. The 10 minutes are only given, okay, definitely. But utilize the 10 minutes and try your best to answer the 5 questions as best as possible. So after 10 minutes, the link will be closed. So try to complete it by 10 minutes. And you'll be definitely getting a CJL for today's BENGKEL. Once if you're able to successfully answer this BENGKEL. I mean, most of you definitely can do it. Don't worry. Okay, don't worry. And I think we can start the quiz now.
Who's ready to hatch some cool pets? Click here to make your very own monster on a
Okey, selesai sudah sesi menjawab soalan. Okey, sebenarnya tadi terlupa untuk maklumkan, okey, bagi murid-murid yang menyertai bengkel pada hari ini, okey, sijil penyertaan akan diberikan berdasarkan kepada markah yang pelajar dapatlah. Dalam sesi akhir bengkel tadi kita ada berikan 5 soalan tak salah saya. So maksud daripada soalan yang diberikan, okay, kita akan buat ketetapan minimum markah untuk pelajar layak untuk mendapat sijil. Tapi jangan risau, pengerusi teknikal, pegawai teknikal kita telah berbincang. Kita akan meletakkan seminimum yang mungkin supaya murid layak untuk mendapat sijil. Okay, jangan lupa untuk mendaftar. Okay, sebentar nanti pegawai Encik Ahmad Faiz akan kongsikan link pendaftaran ataupun pautan pendaftaran kehadiran. Okay, untuk makluman kepada guru pembimbing. So hari ini kita akan berikan credit hours SPL KPM untuk bengkel kita selama 2 jam. So jangan lupa kerana di samping mendapat credit hours bagi SPL KPM bengkel kita pada petang ini, guru juga akan diberikan sijil. Okay, sijil penyertaan peringkat negeri bagi bengkel persediaan IChO. Okay, sebelum saya mengakhiri bengkel pada hari ini, saya ingin menjemput sekali lagi semua pengurusi teknikal bermula dengan penyelaras iaitu Puan Alita, Puan Sumati, Puan Ho, Cik Darina dan Puan Syazrah. Ada tak bersama dengan kita? Okay, saya memperkenalkan, ini julung kali saya memperkenalkan semua barisan pegawai teknikal negeri. Sekiranya ada masalah, okay, bolehlah menghubungi pegawai teknikal negeri Selangor. Okay, saya mengharapkan sudi kiranya pegawai teknikal untuk saya minta keizinan sekiranya boleh saya sharekan nombor telefon. Okay, sekiranya sekolah-sekolah ingin bertanyalah berkenaan dengan OLYMPIAD. Akhir kata, saya ucapkan selamat berjaya bagi sesi ujian saringan 1 yang akan dijalankan pada 30 Mac 2022. Jangan lupa untuk mendaftar. Surat daripada jabatan akan menyusul pada selewat-lewatnya pada hari esok. Pendaftaran dibuka bermula pada 24 Mac sehingga 28 Mac 11.59 malam. Okay, itu sahaja daripada saya. Saya Puan Nur Fazilah binti Rosdi daripada Unit Pembangunan Bakat Jabatan Pendidikan Negeri Selangor mengucapkan terima kasih di atas kesudian semua pegawai teknikal negeri Selangor, guru-guru pembimbing serta semua murid yang telah menyertai bengkel serta menjawab soalan pada akhir bengkel tadi. Saya ucapkan terima kasih sekali lagi. Okay, itu sahaja. Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Okay, terima kasih.